listening to the Easy Podcast on theeasyplaylist.com.
What's good? It's Easy Eddie. It's the Easy Podcast. Today, the topic is very, very sad news. It's so sad. I even tried to do this video before. I tried to make this podcast before, but after looking back at it, editing it this morning, I just trashed it. It wasn't good enough. But then I realized, you know what, nothing's gonna be good enough, so I might as well say something. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle the Great, or Myas. Man, it's a deep cut for hip hop. And Nipsey Hussle, if you don't know, is a West Coast rapper from Los Angeles. He was gunned down in front of his store that he owned, in his parking lot that he owned, an outlet of stores on the corner. And he was pronounced dead at the hospital. 2 other people were injured in the altercation. Nipsey Hussle's legacy is beyond words, and this video will be short because of that. There's not much to say when there's everything to say. This guy, if you followed along with Nipsey at all, you've seen his hustle, his come up, his effort in the community, his effort to change the minds, even change his own mind. You kind of seen him kind of shift over from like his references and like the way he was actually trying to insert himself into the topic. He did it with his actions instead of words, even though gangster rap is like all about like your tenacity and like how you spit and like the content that you're actually saying and how real you're keeping it. Nipsey did all that, but he also was like a Jay-Z at 33 though, like way younger than him, but you still seen him doing the same thing, like just making small moves, giving people jobs in his community, going to schools, donating stuff. Nipsey was just a good guy. He was a iconic and ideal role model for inner city youth, and I believe that's exactly who he was targeting. You know, he had his past that he wasn't quiet about, but those are the minds that he wanted to change. So he couldn't change too much, because then, you know, the audience that he wanted to affect, they wouldn't listen. If you look a certain way, or you dress a certain way, or you don't say certain things, you have to be completely relatable sometimes. And Nipsey was completely relatable to his demographic. Even beyond that, I mean, hip hop is so diverse now, and I know so many people I wouldn't consider like hip hop heads, but they listen to music, and Nipsey was at the top of their list. Nipsey was the playlist. Nipsey, from the talk of beginning of 2018 to the end, like people were kind of worried, like, hey yo, is this Body Project gonna last this long? And then he ended up getting the Grammy nomination, and he worked really hard for that. I'm glad that the Grammy recognized him for that. My condolences to his family, Lauren London. It's just crazy how you don't really know somebody, and then when they die, the effect is still like a heartache. Like this one's a little bit different than when you hear someone else died, or you know, something else happened. Like this man's life was taken away, and in times like this, when you know someone was contributing more to the world than you ever are, or like than you are at that moment, that's the first question, is like, if this guy was doing so much, then why am I still here? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He'll never be forgotten. There's a playlist now on the website in honor of him. Just, you know, I just wanted to select like an hour and a half of his music. If you guys got suggestions, just hit me up. I'll add it to the playlist for sure. He had some memorials. Actually, he's having memorials pop up everywhere. People are announcing it, but 2 of them were done already. One was in New York, and it was held by Dave East. He was, you know, they have a song together. You can also, in the playlist website, actually put the one that Dave East and Nipsey collaborated in. But Dave East, you could see the hurt in him. You've seen all the reactions from celebrities. Game going down the block at, 4 in the morning on Slauson, just like pretty much in tears, just crying about like a good person being taken away from the world. And LA just couldn't get it right, man. We had a memorial, I guess. Nipsey deserved a lot better than what happened there. 9 people were injured at the memorial in LA in front of the Marathon clothing store. Most of them injuries were occurred because of panic, because of trampling, but a car hit one person and one person was stabbed. That was confirmed. Those are the 2 people in critical, the 2 only people in critical condition. And one, I believe there was like a gun or a fight to put the gun away. Some sort of fight ensued, and then panic, and then of course people just say, "Oh, I heard a gunshot," and so some people got hurt. But I mean, it's nothing. It's better than like someone doing a drive-by or something. You know, when lives are lost to gang violence, often memorials are targets for people. So again, like I said, I was just gonna keep this one short just because I don't know, I just been spending my time like most of the fans like streaming his music. He owns his masters, so you know his family's getting every cent of that. And he made it back to the charts. I mean, you really can't do much as a fan except show support, show love. One thing you can't do is not really bring up these conspiracy theories, because there's like all these conspiracies about what could have happened or what did happen. But a lot of people are very familiar with Dr. Sebi, which is Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was going to do a documentary on it. And Dr. Sebi is an herbal doctor, like a natural doctor. Just an extraordinary man who like cured all kinds of diseases. He cured AIDS, he cured herpes, diabetes, everything that's incurable, he cured. And if you know how much pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry and AIDS and cancer alone, like stuff like that, how much money that brings into people's homes, you're not gonna want someone like this in the way of your pocket when you're that powerful. And I guess they said he died of pneumonia, but this man was a legend. He told a story about when he told his mom that he confirmed his 13th patient was cured of AIDS. His mom's reply to him was like, "They're coming for you. They're gonna come get you." So, you know, it was a big deal. Lisa Lopez, Left Eye, she died in a car crash in Honduras, seeking treatment as well. A lot of people seek treatment. Michael Jackson. Many people kind of look to his herbal remedies and his natural vegan diet plans and stuff. I'm gonna look more into it so I can give you guys better insight on it. But Nipsey wanted to explore this documentary on what happened, like, because it seems like there was something going on. So a lot of the stuff right after that was protect Nipsey at all costs, blah, blah, blah. So this is kind of the first thing that you think of. And I don't blame people for bringing up the conspiracies. It's just, at the same note you're bringing up the conspiracy, just bring up his legacy. Just say we're going to get this done, because you can't really give the government credit on all this bullshit. And conspiracies are just tough too, because it's really just like a coping mechanism most of the time, because you just don't want to believe the truth. Truth is it's hard. Like, they showed video of it too. That shit's disgusting. Like, I don't condone watching these videos at all. They don't show this shit of like white people ever dying like this too. You don't see like you're not seeing like, I heard someone talking about it. They were referencing like all the shootings, like when there's cameras and stuff. Like, I'm sure there was videos of people at like the Las Vegas one with Mandalay Bay shooting, that there was people probably shown on there, and they didn't show those cameras. And good, because that shit's traumatic and we shouldn't really be like used to seeing shit like that. But people are posting videos and it's distasteful. Just like seeing the limp body of Nip is not something I want to see scrolling across the fucking gram. It's sad. And like even the TMZ video was big, because it's like showing people like bodies drop and you see him walk back, and like it looked like he shot, walked away, walked back, shot again, kicked him or something, like did something to the course, just violating. And it's just fucking sad. Like, you're gonna show that, but you're not gonna show all this other shit. So what's the like the fear mongering behind that? That's just, sorry, I'm just I'm petting my dog right here. That's why she's bugging me. But yeah, this is I just been bumping Nipsey all day. Been bumping Nipsey, fucking just sad, man, because watching all these interviews, being on Instagram, you guys have seen it. You've been on social media. It's all Nipsey Hussle. So yeah, I mean, I hope all the other memorials, everybody's safe, everybody's doing the responsible thing. And whenever you're sad, whenever you look down, and you're like thinking about like different, like think about the differences he was trying to make over there in right there in South Austin and Crenshaw, right there in the Crenshaw district, South Central LA. Like that is just him being as big as he was, staying there was already just that showed enough of his character. That showed how courageous he was. That showed how down he was for his word to give back. And like they just, man, they caught the dude. They caught him yesterday. It's Wednesday today, and they caught him on Tuesday, so he had a couple of days of hiding out. Found him outside of like a mental institution or therapy plus something like that. He was trying to check himself in for a psychiatric hospital is actually what it was. He was trying to check himself in, and it's just stupid, man. Like a pawn gets to take out a king, and it just takes one person. Like it doesn't matter how strong, how many mouths he was feeding, what responsibilities, the path that he was on. It don't matter. None of that. It don't matter that this person was not on that path or this person's like jealous and envious. It's just like it doesn't matter like what's not or what is going for you. One can just take one, and really there'll be nothing to replace this. There won't be another human being that you can replace Nipsey with, but I hope he inspired the change in somebody else to be the light, because we're in dark times right now with artists dying at the hands of gun violence. And Nipsey was just a legend. Just a legend. He's gonna live forever. Take a moment, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. I'll be back with some better news next week.